Yo, people, what's going on? It's the Kitty G, aka EGTV, and let's get this show on the road. What's going on, guys? In the new video, we're going to be talking about Ben White's close to signing for the club for £50 million that Brighton have accepted. Plus, we're going to be talking about more to come, but you know the Ben White topic is going to be the main one. We're going to also talk about Lokonga, the latest on Lokonga. We're going to be talking about MAVROPANOS. We'll see how close the Lokonga deal actually is before we move on to MAVROPANOS. We're going to be talking about the possibility of signing the Italian players, the Frenchman himself, Houssem Aouar, the left back situation. Who are we going to get for that left back? Obviously, we're still being linked to the Man City boys. We're going to have to find out who our new striker could possibly be if we are going to get a striker. I like the look of Isak, what he can bring to the table, and what's going on with William Saliba and his situation. All this and more. Check out the links in the description. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing? We got the people here today. What we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Camavinga. We're going to be talking about Ben White. We're going to be talking about what's going on with Arsenal in the sense how we're doing this transfer window, what we're upset about, what we're happy about, little things going around. We're going to be also talking about some targets that we have, some heavy targets that Arsenal have. And let me just name some of them. So Arsenal have been looking at a bunch of key players, such as the likes of Jonathan Isaac. Now, why am I saying Jonathan Isaac? I mean, Alexander Isaac. We've been looking at Locatelli. We've been talking about Bissouma today. There's been rumors about Granit Xhaka possibly leaving the club sooner than later. Rob Holding for 30 million to 20 million pounds Arsenal could get. If we get that, I'm running away. I'm gone. Believe me, I'm gone if that happens. But yo, long story short, people, we got a lot of stuff to get into. We also have to talk about the homegrown situation at Arsenal. Is it a severe issue? Is that why we signed Ben White? And also, everyone in the chat, do me a goddamn favor. Drop a like for me. Smash that like button. Drop kick it. Do whatever you got to do. People on Facebook, big up to the people on Facebook. But the most important thing that you guys can do for me today, let me know what you really think about Ben White, right? Let me know what you really think about Ben White. So where do we begin? Let me begin by saying hi to the people. We got a full house today. A full house today. Everyone who, when it's not your time to speak, do me a favor, mute yourself, and let's get the show on the road. James, first in the person. James, how you doing?
I'm good.
You kicking it? All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Laurie? How you doing?
Yes, brother. Yes. Big up yourself, man. Big up everyone. Yes, all good. It's Friday. It's the weekend. Euros about to kick back off. Euros about to kick back off. So yeah, we all blessed, man. We all blessed.
All right. Good Express. You fighting with people still on Twitter Spaces or what?
Yeah, trying not to, but yeah, it's like a bit of a UFC cage match right now, man.
Camavinga, deep line ball player. That's what you're saying. Someone's sound is playing double. Who is that? Is that you, Ozzy? I think it's you, Ozzy. Your sound's playing double, bro. Just keep yourself muted whenever you get a chance. Someone says Jonathan Isaac. Yeah, Magic's forward. I don't know why I thought about Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I was
yeah,
thinking he was Jonathan Isaac, bro.
Yeah, Ben White, Camavinga as well. Yep. We're talking about some serious ballers. But first things first, you know where we're going to begin, people? We're going to begin with Arsenal Football Club releasing a statement today on their website. Did you see it?
Yeah, the best left back in the league signed a new contract.
The world. Best left back in the world.
What? So for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about Kieran Tierney staying on a long-term deal. He agreed to sign a long-term deal for the Arsenal. Kieran Tierney, the left back, the best left back in the Premier League. No one can debate it.
Who said Arsenal haven't got no pool? Who said Arsenal haven't got no pool? Just remember that, yeah? We ain't got no in that contract. If we've got no pool, he wants to leave and he's jumping shit. Just remember that, people. Anyway, carry on, girl.
Listen, I don't think we are celebrating this. We're just telling you guys straight up. Everyone who thought, oh, Kieran Tierney, he's too good for Arsenal. He's going to leave. Man City needed a left back. Stop it. He's not going nowhere. Literally.
See,
Igal, can I just add to this KT thing quickly? Apparently, his agent called him up and said to him, what sort of figures should we be asking for? And KT's reply to his agent was, the only figures I care about is the length of my contract, and he couldn't care less about any other figure. So if this is true, this just goes to show the mentality, attitude, and character that we have in this player, and we should be getting more likes of Kieran Tierney within our squad as well, man.
100%.
See, I just want to add one thing. I love this guy. This guy is the best left back that we have had since Ashley Cole. I'm not going to deny it. But the problem is his fitness. His fitness is a major issue. This guy needs to be fit. If you have been watching the Euros, Scotland needed him the most. My only concern is this guy's fitness. He needs to be fit. If he's fit, he can do major things for us. He can be a game changer. But his fitness is a major problem.
Okay. James, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree with Natish. If we could keep him fit, we're sorted. But he said it himself in an interview. It's the way he plays. He always wants to get every ball. So what I'm saying is, if we get a good backup left back, then we won't have to worry so much. But KT, we need to keep him fit.
Okay. Let's just go through the article quickly. So Kieran Tierney has signed a new contract with us. The Scotland International has signed a new deal. It's a 5-year deal. Am I right? Is it a 5-year deal, guys?
5 years, yeah.
Yeah. So he signed a 5-year deal.
That's what Frimpong said anyway. Whether that's the best source to go off, but no, I love Frimpong, man. He said for a 5-year on the Twitch.
So he's as good as possible. Yeah. That's enough about that. Let me just get everyone's takes. Laurie already said his take to a certain degree. Guna Express?
On KT, yeah. Best left back in the world, signing another contract to Arsenal. Just proves that we're a small club, that we have no ambition, that the players don't want to be here. Obviously, because we're just signing the best players that we have, and some of the best players in the league to 5-year deals. That's all. But the rival fans are salty. They are. They're all going to say we don't care. He's rubbish anyway. But we know you're salty. We know you're jealous. We know you're jealous of the best left back in the world. And I can't wait, man. Like I said, what I love about Tierney more than even just his play style and what he does on the pitch, his mentality, everything about him is just Arsenal through and through. The kid, if you even want to call him a kid, he's so humble. Like this whole Tesco bag thing, a lot of rival fans blow it out of proportion and seem to think that we're, obsessed. But for me, it's not even just that. It's how humble he is. He's not running around with a $50,000 bag when we're 8th place. He's being humble with it. He knows where we are. He knows where we are as a team and as a club. And I'm sure that he will be one of the main players and hopefully the captain to bring us back to where we deserve to be, which is top of the table. So I'm absolutely thrilled with it. Whoever got the deal over the line, Arteta, Edu, whoever, Gunnosaurus, whichever one it was, shout outs, man, because honestly, it had to be done and it's been done. So very positive.
All right. Let me go to Muhdin first. Muhdin, what you saying?
Big up, bro. Igal, how are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Yo, people on Facebook, we're gonna end the video on Facebook. Come on YouTube.
Also, the panel and the chat. How are you doing, guys? I hope that you're
I'm
fine.
good, man.
I'm doing great.
All good, bro. All good.
Bro.
Great to hear.
Good, man.
Great
Love.
to hear. Yeah, great to hear, bro. Great to hear. Kieran Tierney, bro. I was watching the live in YouTube when he was talking. To be honest, for me, Kieran Tierney is my favorite now Arsenal player, and I hope that the coming years he does well, as he during the bad times he's showing up, as we can see, and I hope him all the best. Yeah, I hope him all the best, and the coming season, I hope that maybe we win something with him, and for him, I want to see him as a captain, because he's a leader, and all the best for him.
All the best for Kieran Tierney. There you go, guys. Now let's do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. We need to get more likes, more people involved, and tell me what you guys think in the chat right now about Kieran Tierney signing the new deal. I'm going to be going through it. But first things first, Gunnar King, you haven't spoken. Take your time.
Yeah, no, so I'll keep it brief. I mean, I'm just really happy that he's renewed his contract. People talk about signings as like marquee signings or signings of intent. I think Richard Garlick coming in, he had 3 years left on his contract, and like renewing it and showing that this is like, we're not letting players walk out the door anymore. You know, our best players are here to stay. Yeah, it's Lacazette from TikTok. But yeah, like, we're not letting our best players go, and they, you know, if you want our players, you're gonna have to pay top dollar for them, and it's showing that we've learned lessons from like our previous transfer dealings and mistakes. Obviously, we've got a lot more to do. In terms of the player, his quality is undeniable, and yeah, he's got the right kind of attitude and leadership qualities as well.
There you go. There you go. Aslan, what are you gonna say about Kieran Tierney?
Yeah, over the moon, man. I mean, look, since he's come in, he's shown us his ability, his skill set, his attitude, his character, his leadership skills. This is why I call this guy Braveheart. You know, I mean, I know that was a film back in the early 2000s, I believe, but you know, the guy just gives it his all on the pitch. He leaves everything on that pitch. At any opportunity when he's given the start in the first team. So I'm more than happy, and you know, to add on what Gunnar King said, you know, for still to have only 3 years left on his contract, and for us to add on or extend his contract, that's just great news for us, because previous people who have been at that boardroom level said similar things but failed to deliver. So this new Richard Garlick guy and this new Tim Lewis guy, they've come in and now they're actually walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So yeah, so big ups to them. Big up for KT for staying at Arsenal. I just hope now that we can build on the team and you know, for us to be successful going forward. So yeah, very happy.
And just to touch on that point, sorry, just jumping in for a sec. 1 second, Atish. Just to jump in on that point, I was pointing it out earlier to Aslan and a couple of other people that's in the panel at the moment. The only person, and we know that it's Inman, that hasn't signed a new deal at the moment is Emil Smith-Rowe. Once that's done, if you look at the core of that team, most of that team are still to get to their prime. Yeah, they're very young. They're still to hit their prime. So we always say this, but I'm very optimistic that the future is looking bright in the sense of getting these players and protecting our assets on long-term deals, so that if it came to a situation where they was to leave us, we're not going to get shafted and bent over for the price, for the money that we get for them. But we don't need to think like that, because if Kieran Tierney's at the helm, if he does become the future captain, which we all think he should be, you see the pool that guy's got. You've seen the influence in that dressing room. People say that we haven't had a leader for how many years? Your leader's right there staring you in the face.
I want to add one thing. See, I love all of you and I appreciate your love for Kieran Tierney. But this reminds me of the times when we had Ramsey and Wilshere in our midfield. I understand that he needed to extend his contract, but you guys are putting your faith in an injury-prone player. I appreciate you guys. I'm not saying that you guys are wrong, but honestly, we need a player who can play the entire season. It doesn't have to be just 60 to 70% of the games per season. I have seen this happen. The same thing happen under the Wenger era, where he put a lot of faith in Wilshere and Ramsey and all these guys. I can understand your faith and your love for Arsenal and you putting your faith in a player who's very good. But the thing is, trust me, it's like deja vu for me. I'm not saying that you guys are wrong or anyone is wrong in putting your faith in Kieran Tierney. But the thing is, I am worried, very skeptical about the fact that he has his injury problems. Look at what he's done in the Euros for Scotland. He was there for a game, he got injured again, and he was gone.
Yeah, but it's
So
not
I
just him.
appreciate.
It's not just him. When I'm not saying it's just him. I said the foundations of the team are young. If you look at it, as I said, a lot of all of the young players that are actually showing and proving, apart from Smith Rowe, are on long-term deals. So they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So they'll have their time to develop even and get even better and form a little click between them that's gonna push Arsenal into a better place.
See, I love Tierney. I'm not denying that. I think everyone loves Tierney. No one can dislike him as an Arsenal player. But the problem is, I am concerned. Can he be fit for an entire season? Can he be the man to drive us forward and help us maybe get into the top four or win a title? I am very concerned about that one fact because I've seen it happen with the likes of Wilshere and Ramsey. Arsene Wenger putting a lot of faith into them, but it didn't work out with those guys. I am very concerned, and what I feel is we need to get a very good backup who can challenge Kieran Tierney and be the left back choice if he's injured. That is my major concern. I know everyone is gassed up about the fact that he signed a new contract. I agree with that. I wanted him to stay. I want him to be as long as he can be at Arsenal. But the problem is, my only concern is that when he gets injured, who is the guy who comes in and replaces him and becomes that leader, becomes that guy who tells the squad that you need to start playing and you need to step up. That is the concern. You guys want him to be the captain, no doubt about it. But the problem is he misses around 30 to 40% of the games every season, and those could be crucial games, like the Villarreal tie. If he was fit and he was ready to go, we could have probably had a major impact on the left and flank. But the thing was, he was injured. He was not there. Yeah.
Matish,
Yeah.
everything you just said, can I just bring it back? He's
Yeah,
injury
sure.
prone. We need a good backup, and you don't feel like we should be getting too excited about him signing his contract, or are you just saying he's injury prone and we can't depend on him too much?
See, what I'm trying to say is that I don't mind the Arsenal fans saying that Kieran Tierney has signed a new contract. We love him. I don't mind that. But remember one thing, that it's been like around 5 to 6 years during that Wenger era where we depended on a lot on the likes of Aaron Ramsey and Jack Wilshere. And we ended up being disappointed because we needed someone who could have played the entire season. I don't want the Arsenal fans who love Kieran Tierney to be disappointed at the end of it because he misses 30 to 40% of the games. That could be a big factor in our upcoming season.
I'll just respond to that really quickly.
I hear that. I don't want this to become a rebuttal. I want to let everyone get their chance, and then we'll have a lot of things that we will be talking about. Vincent has joined us, but before you go, Vincent, I'm gonna get Ozzy to speak because Ozzy hasn't spoken yet. Ozzy.
Yeah, I guess like just echoing what everyone's saying. Obviously, clearly very happy he signed. Like obviously he's a fan favorite. I don't think there's an Arsenal fan out there in the world that doesn't like him. I wish we could get sort of 11 players on the pitch with his mentality. But obviously that's not possible. But yeah, I mean, it's just just really happy about the signing. I just hope he grows into the role. I think he's still got a lot more to give. Like we've already seen the quality that he's got. He still hasn't reached his prime. Again, it's just that one concern that's been mentioned. He is not. He is quite injury prone. But yeah, likelihood we're gonna need another left back in that position. But it is what it is. It's something to be happy about.
Someone here said a spot on comment. They said Kieran Tierney is getting used to the high intensity of the EPL, I think, instead of saying, I don't know why he said BPL. He meant EPL, right? Because in the Celtic team, he played all the games almost. So that just goes to show you he's getting used to the Premier League.
I want to mention to this guy Do check how his Celtic record. He missed 30% or more games every season for Celtic as well. So that is my major worry. If he misses some of the crucial games and we go down the table, we don't have any excuse. That becomes a problem. If you've seen the Euros, that is another proof that the guy has given it all for Scotland. But because he got injured, they were missing him. And that is what I don't want for Arsenal. I'm just worried about it that the guy is a world class player. I will say it. When he's fit, he's world class. But if he misses 30 to 40% of the games per season, it becomes a very big concern for us.
Let me check his injury history, because this is something that's overblown sometimes. It's not really as bad as we make it seem it is.
No, Celtic fans called him chocolate hips because of his injury-prone record.
What? They called him what?
Chocolate hips. Chocolate hips.
I don't know about you guys, but that I've never heard that before. That's kind of weird. Okay, let's go to this.
Man.
I don't know what chocolate hips is.
He had a hip injury.
I've never heard that.
He had.
I know what you mean.
I've heard of it. Oh my god!
That sounds like some stripping, man.
Guys, Natish might be onto something. Look at this: ruptured Achilles. No, ankle. What? Calf, knock, hip. What is that? And then hip injury, shoulder, groin, virus infection, knock, knee injury, calf.
We had a podcast, Ikal. We had a podcast with the Celtic fan, and they have this terms chocolate hips for him. Honestly, I'm not joking. Because of his hip injuries that he had right through the seasons for Celtic, he missed around 30% plus games for them, and that is what is my major concern. I love the guy, but his injury problems are a major concern.
No, it is 100%. I agree with you. It is a worry, but I don't think everyone here is worried about him being injured necessarily. We're more worried about the backup being good enough. That's what it is. Because when he's on, he's great. Nobody can doubt that. It's just when he's not available, that's the issue, right? So I get you, Natish. We're 100% with you, but we're gonna move on swiftly to the next topic. Okay, guys. The next topic is Kroenke, right? Why does this thing keep coming back on? Sorry, 250 million pounds. That's the number that's been quoted, guys. The number is 250 million pounds. Once again, Aslan, 250 million pounds. Do you believe for 1 second that these Kroenkes are going to give us 250 million pounds? Chocolate hip sounds like a stripper name, bro. Natish, explain yourself. Oh man,
You capping, man. I already said that. You heard me say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking. I'm honestly telling you. Just check it out. The Celtic fans used to call him chocolate hips because he used to get injured and he used to have these hip injuries. I'm not kidding. I love the guy. I'm being honest.
I get it. You love the guy, but when you throw out stuff like chocolate hips, what are you talking about, mate? Anyways, let's talk about the mustachio. The mustachio man is back. We have to talk about him. What do we think?
I fucking hate them.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go in order. James, do you believe the 250 million pound price tag that apparently we're going to be giving to Arteta this summer?
I do not think it's going to be 250 million. Kroenkes are not that people. They're a bunch of fucking pricks. They're not giving no 250 mil. Maybe 150 and the rest money we'll get from sales. But 250, no way.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Laurie?
Yeah, I think the proof is in the pudding. People are like, it's literally the proof is in the pudding. People are overreacting, but you can understand why they say we hear this every year and the same shit happens every year. So you can see it from both sides, like of the coin. It's reactive FC, but we see this, we hear it all the time. So I'm not too stressed about it, but at the same time, I'm hopeful and I'm optimistic, but it's the hope that kills you, they say, innit? So fuck it, like.
Do you have any hopes for this 250 million pounds to come to fruition?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't really have an opinion on it because we just don't know. Like Laurie said, it's never been. When have Arsenal ever spent over what, like 150 million in the summer? So now why are we going to get 250? But then you say this is the worst we've ever been in, so they have to spend money. So it's so difficult to determine. Again, with the club being so private in terms of all the business dealings and shares and all this sort of stuff, there's just no way of knowing until we see it actually happen. So as I say with players, I'm going to wait until we see what happens. Wait till the players are actually holding up them shirts, and then we determine from there. But I mean, look, we've made no signings as of right now, and I know it's very early still, but at this point, there's just no way of looking at it and saying yes or no.
Okay, Gunnar King, just a quick answer. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're being disingenuous. So when they say the Kroenkes are letting us spend 250 million, that's a PR spin.
On 5 signings.
Pardon?
On at least 5 signings. That's what they're saying.
On at least 5 signings, yeah. I think the way that they're saying we're going to let Arsenal spend that much is disingenuous. They've probably earmarked 100 to 150 million, and then the rest is going to be raised from player sales. I can think of 7 or 8 that they're actively trying to get rid of, and some of those are very close to being out the door. So I think what it means is they're going to let them spend the difference should they wish to, which I think Arteta will be an idiot not to. And yeah, I mean, we've done 150 in the window before. We have actually done it. So, you know, I don't think it's going to be the issue at all. But yeah, I think they're raising the money from the difference and putting a PR spin and making it seem like it's coming from the club's revenue or coming from Kroenke's pocket, when that's not necessarily entirely true.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of us here who probably want to talk about this. Aslan and everybody else, I'm going to let you guys get the first crack at the next topic. Okay. But I'm just going to let Ozzy and ML2 go first. Ozzy, have you spoken? I haven't had you on for this topic. Do you generally believe Kroenke is about to spend 250 million this summer?
No. I think it's just, again, a PR thing. If it does happen, it's not out of his pocket. It's like
it's fake news.
Well, I wouldn't say it's fake news. Basically, what it is basically he's taking that money out against the club's revenue. So basically, it's like, well, okay, I'll put 250 mil up front, and then basically it'll get paid back to him. So in the end, it's neither him putting in money in the club or anything like that, as what the media's made out. Again, it's probably going to be 100 million spent out of the club's revenue, 150 million probably coming from sales to balance the books. But I 100% know for a fact that a penny's not coming out of that man's pocket, and it will never will, towards the club. The only way he will put money into the club is to front the cash up front, and then it will get paid back to him. That's it.
Okay. ML2, how much money do you think the Kroenkes will spend this summer?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I think about the Kroenkes, I think max what they would spend, first of all, I think is just over about 100 million. That's what's in the reports and all. But I think the 250 reports is basically what everyone was saying. It's just PR stuff, and it's not like I don't believe in it until I actually see it happen on some signings, and you know, some big signings like James Maddison and everyone. And the other thing is, after Arsene Wenger left, there's always this little bit of rumors every window that Kroenke is going to spend this much, but it's never really happened. They just go spend 70 million on one signing, and then it's done for them. So
Bro,
I don't see any reason to cross them.
Yeah, ML2, your Discord or whatever you got playing in the background is loud. Is that you or is that James? That's James. James, can you not turn off the sound on the Discord?
It's not me.
All right. Anyways, ML2, thanks for bro. Thanks for coming on, bro. There's just too much background noise.
Yeah.
Vincent, you're next. What do you got to say? Vincent. Okay, Vincent is unlucky. Okay, now, Azan, Gunnar King. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't want to know what you think about Kroenke. I don't want to know what you think about the 250 million because everyone's already covered it. I want to ask you guys, if 50 million is the first bid that we bid on Ben White, and we got no, if 50 million is the first deal that we're gonna get over the line, do you actually believe that the Kroenkes are gonna get in 5 players this summer? If that's the story that's being told, Aslan.
Sorry, if we're going to make any more signings after Ben White, you mean?
No, if we're spending 50 million on Ben White, are you starting to believe the rumor of 250 million plus 5 signings?
I would only start to believe it if we make another one from the back of that, because although one signing, it does kind of send out a big message to everyone, but one signing isn't enough for us. We all know we need more than one signing. We know we all know that we need many positions that need to be covered. So for me, if we do 2 back-to-back like that, then I may consider of believing this supposed 250 mil war chest, because we've heard it many years previous in other transfer windows. So yeah, so until I see a pattern of that type of money being spent, I can't fully back it, no.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to rotate the panel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of you guys out. If you guys can join back in a bit. It's just there's too many of us. I can't get through one topic asking 8 people. So Ozzy, thanks for coming on, bro. I'm just gonna take you out. Natish, you can stay around. Realist, you just joined us. Laurie, I'm gonna take you out, bro. Appreciate it, honestly.
Come on, safe.
No problem. I just need a production value. There's too much people on the stream. Gunnar King, you're just gonna stick around. Realist, yeah.
Yo, bro.
Just drop out and then I'll add you back in a bit. Okay.
Go on.
All right. So I can manage 5 people. It's just having too much people is ridiculous at times. Now, where is it? Honestly, guys, I don't even want to talk about ODEGAARD. Can we just go straight into Camavinga? Because today, I don't even feel like bearing the lead. Okay, Lokonga. We can talk about Lokonga. Lokonga, do you think it's done?
Yeah.
I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done.
I think
no, it's not, man. Gunnar Express. We were talking about it. If it was done, it would have been announced because
he's on vacation. He's on vacation.
The club likes to announce stuff so they can appease the fans. If they were to announce Ben White and Lokonga back to back, imagine the mayhem that they would cause. I don't think it's done.
See my profile picture. That's a man who knows he's coming. He's coming. What? I put my life on it. He's coming.
Nah, man, he's not coming, man.
He's coming. I'm alive.
He might be signing for the club, but it's not done. Let's stop this until we see him in the shirt. Let's not get overexcited.
Look at my profile picture. That's him in the shirt right there.
But I have a question. If he's that young and he's inexperienced, like with respect to the Premier League, even if he comes to Arsenal, do you guys seriously think that Arteta is just going to push him into the first team?
Is Arteta going to push him into the first team? Arteta doesn't play. He didn't play Saliba, but this is a different situation. The midfield is a bad situation. He's going to have to start week in, week out. If we don't get another midfielder, but if we get 2 midfielders, he's going to be the 3rd option in the midfield.
Yeah, that's cool.
For me, Lokonga has to be the youngest midfield investment that we do this summer. Any other midfielder that we do bring in has to be older. We can't bring in raw talent with the potential of making it. We can't bring in young talent and take our time in developing that player. We need young players, so 21 plus, who are still young, up to the ages of like what 26, where they're actually doing it, you know. So the likes of like Camavinga, for me, because of age, I wouldn't entertain that transfer whatsoever, because even if he was to come, what are we going to play him 30 plus games like we did with Saka? So I feel Lokonga is a good option for squad depth, but he definitely won't be a main starter. But on top of Lokonga, we need older midfielders who are older, so from 22 to 26 age range. And there are players out there within the Premier League that we can go and get to solve these issues. So that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to add one thing to Aslan's comment is that if we are getting him and we don't get Bissouma, I would be still disappointed.
What if we don't get Bissouma and just sign Lokonga?
Yeah, I would still be disappointed.
Yeah, as would I. 100%, I agree with you.
We all would. Why would we just sign one player when we have so many necessary needs? It makes
I would love Bissouma and Lokonga, honestly.
Just want to say as well, just to chime in on that very quickly, our only recognised or decent centre midfielder, I'm sure we'd all agree, is Partey. He's 28 years old. So on the age factor, I kind of agree with Aslan, but I think any team needs 4 recognised central midfielders. Especially if you're playing with a 4-3-3 or with 2 pivots. And also African Cup of Nations is something to bear in mind with El Neni and Partey as well, which is why signing this guy is good. And I think that's where he'll get a lot of games in January as well.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, I was just saying, I want one thing. I just want to have a request for the Arsenal fans. Just because you rate Bissouma over NDD, please do not disrespect him. NDD, if we get him by any hook means, NDD is a good signing as well. He's about to leave Leicester. Just because you are gassed up about Bissouma, don't disrespect NDD.
Do you really disrespecting NDD?
No, there are fans on social media, on Twitter, and saying that Bissouma is way better than NDD, and we wouldn't have NDD in our squad. So I'm just saying, even if that guy is ready to leave Leicester, he wants to move away. If Arsenal can get hold of NDD over Bissouma, I'm happy. I don't mind. Lokonga and NDD, that's a great combination. Don't mind them. Don't mind having both of them in our squad.
Interesting takes, to say the least. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about Camavinga, Ndidi, all these other guys, realistically, we're gonna sign 2 midfielders. I'm gonna ask everybody who their 2 midfielder options are, and I want them to elaborate. Now, if we get into a situation where a lot of people agree with each other, a lot of people are gonna agree. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create a split screen. I'm gonna figure out who we all want. In my opinion, I feel like majority of us have similar targets because Arsenal are targeting the same players all summer. What are you gonna say, James?
When you say 2 midfielders, you count any Cam as well? Or you just count any 2 like number 8? Like
no, I'm just counting the deep line midfielders.
All right, cool.
We're gonna get a young one and we're gonna get an older one, right?
I'm pretty sure a lot of us are gonna have the same 2. But
pretty much, except for Granit Express. Granit Express, who you going for?
What's the question? Sorry.
2 midfielders. If you were gonna target 2 midfielders this summer, who would your 2 be?
Soumare and Neuhaus.
What's with this Neuhaus connection that you have every time you mention?
Bro, Express always is different. That's what always has. I'm
the head of the Neuhaus fan club.
If you see this man in a group chat, Neuhaus is better than this person. He's better than
Neuhaus is winning 6 Ballon d'Ors, bro. I've already said that.
Okay, first he needs to leave whatever dead team he's at. Hello, you there?
No comment.
Okay, so who's your 2 comment? Who's your 2 guys? Seriously, don't mention Neuhaus because he's not coming.
I mean, well, yes. Well, Samari and Sanchez then. Renato Sanches.
Renato Sanches. So for you, it's Renato Sanches and Samari.
Yeah, because I play Samari as he's my number one over Bissouma, but obviously if Samari is then not available, Bissouma's my DM option.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Laurie? Laurie, you there? Okay, he doesn't even know.
I didn't realize you brought me back in. Sorry, I didn't even realize you brought me back in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go on. What was you saying? What was the question?
2 midfielders.
What that I could bring in right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lokonga and Bissouma.
Lokonga and Bissouma. Okay. What about you? What about you, James?
Yeah, I agree with Lokonga and Bissouma.
Lokonga and Bissouma.
Just to answer the people in the comments, Samari hasn't gone to Leicester yet. It's not confirmed by anybody, so he's still technically available.
So you're saying go for Samari and steal it from them? I
mean, look, Romano's saying it's done, but we're still waiting. We're sat here waiting. So why Arsenal should go to Lille and say, is he still available? And if so, go buy him. He's quality for £25 million or whatever Leicester apparently paid for him. He's levels.
Romano tapped it in, but it was a Timo Werner tap in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't done yet, innit? Like, I just got what you said. It's funny, innit? But yeah, like, he's not done yet. There's been no confirmed reports or anything saying that he's obviously gone to Leicester. They haven't confirmed it themselves. He's £25 million. He's already better than Bissouma. Just go buy him. Like, it's worth it.
Egal.
What about Ruben Neves? Are we still after?
No.
Hell no.
Fuck no. Egal.
let's not troll ourselves by going for Ruben Neves over these guys.
Egal.
Yeah.
What Express is saying is true. Like, Romano is one of the best reporters, but he does get things wrong. Huh? I've seen him get things wrong before. Like, not every journalist is going to get everything 100%. So, anything's open. As I expressed it, but if Soumare isn't holding on Leicester shirt, he hasn't signed yet.
Okay, so you're saying Bissouma, Camavinga, Renato Sanches. How many options can we come up with? Can we come up with more than 6 options?
See, if it is central midfielders, that is a different thing. If it is like an attacking midfielder, like Renato Sanches plays as a winger for Portugal as well. So it depends. Are you talking about central midfielders or are you talking about wingers and midfielders? That is the thing.
I'm talking about central midfielders. So right now, I'm looking at Declan Rice as one of those like left field shouts. Is anyone entertaining Declan Rice?
Not at all. No.
Nah. Fuck that. No.
Not for the price, and I honestly think Souček.
Not in a million years. No way.
Souček coming and him having his best season last season, that's not a coincidence.
Is Borelli, Locatelli, are these guys actually seriously links? No.
Locatelli is going to Juventus probably.
Yeah, Locatelli is pretty much gone, but he's going to be on the list because we're heavily linked to him today. Ruben Neves, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ruben Neves links came back. What do you guys think?
I hope we don't buy him. Oh, fuck.
I hope we don't buy him either. But hey.
I hope we don't buy him, but what I would say is like Lokonga and Bissouma have not identical but very similar profiles, and I think Arteta is looking for more of a playmaking central midfielder.
Okay, so this is what I just made. I just made this right now just to give us an easier pick 2 from this list. If you have to pick 2 from this list, pick 2 players from this list for the Arsenal midfield. Pick 2. Who are you picking?
I don't think I have my players there, but I'll just say one thing. NDD, Bissouma and Thomas Partey. That midfield looks sorted for like the next 3 to 4 years. I want those guys there. I wouldn't care what happens. Like if Thomas Partey is not fit, NDD, Bissouma. If Thomas Partey is fit, it can be rotated. I think even though the Arsenal fan base is like over NDD for some reason, NDD and Bissouma are the kind of players that we need next to Thomas Partey. We can rotate our squad there. They can interchange going forward and stuff. but I think we need to sign Premier League proven players rather than going. I appreciate Lokonga, but he's very young. I don't even feel that he'll be in a playing level.
What about Sander Bergs? How did we forget about Sander Bergs?
Because he's dead, like he's no.
So you're like, it's whatever. All right, so pick 2 realistic targets that we can get out of these two. Aslan. I get it. And Ndidi's not happening, bro. Hello, you guys there?
I'll take.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'll take Locatelli and Bissouma.
Locatelli and Bissouma. I'm looking at this list and I'm saying to myself, Locatelli, unrealistic. Camavinga, realistic. Lokonga, the deal is pretty much done. Eric, what did I say, Eric? Declan Rice, not happening, in my opinion. He costs too much and they're going to ask for too much money. I don't think I want that. Then you got Bissouma. I think Bissouma is pretty much nailed in if Camavinga and those deals don't happen. And then Neves. I don't know what's going on with the Neves links. I think the Neves links came and gone so quick that at this point, I just don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. Yo, let me go to you, Gunnar King.
Sorry, go ahead.
Gunnar King.
So I actually think, right, when you consider that Camavinga has only cost 20 million euros, it's equivalent to 15 million pounds, and because of his age, that he's not going to come in straight away, it's so negligible. I actually think we might go in for Bissouma and Camavinga to come in with him, because him and Camavinga are similar in age. Camavinga, sorry, is a few years younger than Lokonga, and then Bissouma's like 24, Partey's 28, so you've kind of got that buffer in age between like those guys, and then that's your 4 central midfielders. That's what I would do. But yeah, if I had to pick 2 from that list, I would go Bissouma and Camavinga.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I could make a list of 8 midfielders and be like, pick 2 from one side and pick 2 from the other side, and we'd be here all day. But realistically, let's forget about this whole list. We know Arsenal, and they could come up with a complete left field shout. Ozzy, you still there?
Yeah, bro.
Make sense of this, bro.
Do we even know who this 25-year-old unproven Premier League player is that we supposedly have been linked with?
Who knows?
Which one?
Who knows? Imagine if we don't get Bissouma. Imagine if we don't sign Bissouma and we're the ones that go and get Ndidi.
I'll take that.
I don't mind.
I honestly don't understand why has the fan base like literally turned on NDD just because he's not linked with us this season.
Not me, bro. That guy's levels.
Who's turned on him?
Who's saying they don't want Ndidi? Is anyone here saying they don't want Ndidi?
I love Ndidi.
No, trust me, because I'm not saying anyone here has said it. I just put out a poll that if you get the chance to get Bissouma or NDD, who would you take? And everyone was like going all out for Bissouma. They were like, NDD doesn't even exist. It's suddenly become so much of a like one-sided thing because Bissouma is linked with Arsenal. He's friends with Pepe, and everyone wants Bissouma, but they have forgotten what NDD can do.
It's not that they've forgotten what Ndidi can do. It's Ndidi doesn't seem like the realistic signing anymore.
If Soumare goes to Leicester, Ndidi is out. He's definitely leaving. So I don't get it. Like, it doesn't matter if Ndidi is leaving Leicester because he has his issues with Leicester. Why wouldn't fans take him?
Nitish, sorry,
I think Leicester will get rid of Chowdhury and Mendy as well before they get rid of Ndidi.
Like, has there been links to Ndidi being sold by Leicester this summer?
No.
Am I missing something here?
There has.
Right, but like, who has he been linked to?
The link is if he is sold to Manchester United, if he is sold they're going to buy Bissouma, but the only club that is linked to him is Manchester United, and Manchester United have not actually formulated any type of bid or verbal interest. So I don't know where.
Is there a price tag that's been mentioned at all, or because, like, to my knowledge, like, he's been rated in the price range of 70 to 80 mil.
He's worth, his price tag right now on the low end is 55 mil.
What is that on transfer market?
Yeah, on the lowest end. 55.
Okay, well, no, that's transfer market, so we're obviously got to take that with a pinch of salt, you know. But if we just look back on Leicester's previous sales, you know, where they've sold the likes of MAHREZ to City, what was that, 50 mil plus? Maguire, 80 mil plus to Man United. So they're when it comes to their sales, they're very shrewd with their business. Now, I don't feel in any way that we have a chance of getting NDD. Would I welcome it? Most definitely. Like, I feel he's one of the most solid DMs in the Premier League, if not arguably the world, right? But you know, when there's options out there for cheaper and almost to the same level that can offer you, I think, more than what Ndidi offers, because Ndidi is an out-and-out DM. You don't really see him progress with the ball. Whereas Bissouma, he can progress with the ball. He can move, you know, ping the ball left, right, and center. He can use both feet. So I just see Bissouma more ideal. And let's not forget, you know, Ndidi had that bad injury where he was out for a while. So if I had the choice and money was no object, yes, it would be Ndidi. But because we know we need a lot of players that we need to sign this summer, I'd go for Bissouma. It just makes sense financially.
Aslan, I agree with you, but the thing is, if we are going all out for a player like Maddison, I get it. He has a different role. Then why can't we say that if we get an NDD to partner with the likes of Thomas Partey who can float around, that would also impact our play. So the thing is, I agree with you with respect to his possible injury and the fact that he has a higher price than Bissouma maybe. But the thing is that at the end of the day, it all matters. Like, a lot of fans do not like Ben White. But if Ben White can impact our play, I don't think anyone will be complaining. If one season later he improves our play from the back, I think everyone will be happy over it. The same thing is with NDD. If that guy can fit into our system, he can improve our play. And we end up finishing maybe not in the top 6, maybe not in the top 4, maybe in the top 6. I don't think anyone will be complaining because that guy would have improved our play. So my thing is that if we are not getting Bissouma for whatever reason, if we are getting NDD and Thomas Partey gets the, you can say, the free floating kind of role next to NDD, who's being at the base of our midfield, I'm not complaining. I'm happy about it. But the thing is, the fans are suddenly saying that NDD is no good for Arsenal just because Bissouma is being linked with Arsenal. And Bissouma has had a good season. NDD has had his issues with Leicester. So that doesn't define a player's caliber or a player's potential. That is my concern. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but I'm saying that if that player can fit into our system, I'm not going to be the one who's complaining. I would love something like that.
Okay, I'm going to stop everybody there. Simply put, you have the high end and you have the low end, okay? I'm going to put up a list of 8 players. On the right-hand side, you have to pick one. On the left-hand side, you have to pick one, okay? I'm going to put it on the screen, and I need everyone to pick one player each, okay, from each side. So I'm going to start with the people who haven't spoken much. James has spoken. Laurie, 1 second. Who hasn't spoken? Aslan, you spoke? Yeah. Everyone spoke pretty much. So let's get this. Let's just get this show on the road. I haven't spoken on this. I'm going to go first. Here is a list of 8 players, right? You could possibly buy. I'm going to pick the 2 most realistic signings that we can make, and I'm going to say the 2 that I would love for us to sign together, right? I'm not like Nitish, I don't think Ndidi is realistic. I don't think Locatelli is realistic because Juventus are after him. I think Camavinga and Bissouma are realistic. On the other side, personally, I get getting a Premier League proven player in Sandberg. He's not really Premier League proven, but he's played in the Premier League. And I get getting Ruben Neves. I would lean towards getting a Premier League proven player upside on the low end. And Sandbergs and Sandbergs and Ruben Neves, I know where their levels at. Sandberg's levels is a lot lower than Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves, I rate him highly. The unknown of Lokonga and Renato Sanches intrigues me, and it makes me want to go for one of them over the Premier League proven player. But on the other side, I'm going to go for Bissouma. On this side, you guys call me crazy, but I'm going for Renato Sanches. Costs around the same price as Lokonga, and I think he has played a lot longer in football. I don't know how old he is now. How old is Renato Sanches now?
He's quite young. Bayern Munich must be stunned by his performances.
Yeah, Renato Sanches is only 23 right now.
Wait, Renato Sanchez's price tag is similar to Lokonga.
Renato Sanchez's price tag is actually officially 27 million, but they were quoting him for around 20 million.
Had this guy been still at Bayern Munich, they would have asked for 50 odd million. But because they let him go, and now he's not with them, I think he's a good buy. But at the end of the day, I'll say my pick once I get my chance.
Okay, people in the chat, let me know who you're picking in this list. So you need to pick one from the right-hand side, one from the left-hand side. I'm going to go with you, Gunnar Express. Gunnar Express, who are you picking?
Wait, so I choose one from the left and one from the right?
Yep.
Okay.
The reason being, the ones on the left are the cheaper, and the ones on the right are the ones on the right are a lot cheaper, and the ones on the left are a lot more expensive.
Egal. If possible, just give us the option of picking one from up and one from down.
No, that doesn't work. It has to be. It has to be pick from Locatelli, Ndidi, Bissouma, and Camavinga because they're more expensive, and pick one from the cheaper end. Who are you picking?
Yeah, let someone else go first, innit? Because I got to think about this still.
Yeah, same.
Okay, I want players like Jorginho.
Miguel, sorry, bro, I'm confused. When you say right and left, are you talking about Renato Sanches and Neves, and then Sandberg and Lokonga, and then Locatelli, Ndidi, and then Camavinga, Bissouma?
No, when I say right and left, I mean the middle line between Lokonga and
Neves. All right, so split down the middle from there, left and right, yeah.
Yeah.
So who's more expensive, bro?
Am I making this too difficult for you guys?
No, but bro, Ruben Neves was reported for 35, 40 mil.
Okay, that's still much cheap. Oh my god.
Egal. One help. Just ask us to pick any two. Just ask us to pick any two out of these 8.
No. Look at it like this, right? The four on the left are all players that are either A, box to box, or B. Look, put it like this: they're under £50 million. Everybody on the right is going to be upwards. I know Locatelli could be less, but just look at it like that. Just one from the left, one from the right.
How is Bissouma about 50 million?
No, just look. Stop making it stop making it confusing, innit? Just pick one from the left, one from the right, man.
Let me, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Soon I'm gonna have to kick everybody off because at this point it's getting ridiculous.
No, I can pick mine anyway.
So what are we doing? Are we picking two of our favourites that we want to walk into our midfield?
I've got mine as well.
Gunnar King's already got his. Gunnar King, who are you going with?
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame to leave Camavinga out, but I think on the basis of Premier League experience, I'll go with Bissouma. And then on the left-hand side, I would definitely go with Renato Sanches.
Yeah.
Because he has league experience as well.
Is 20 million and Camavinga is 60 million. It makes sense. Yeah, definitely does.
He's more creative, like a deep line playmaker, and then one box to box, basically.
Can you repeat yours for everyone who doesn't know?
Yeah, Bissouma on the right. He's like, he can be more box to box or sit deeper. And then Renato Sanches, he can be a deep lying or box to box or a bit more of even more of an attacking midfielder as well. So I just think those would be good options. They'll complement each other pretty well.
Yeah. Nitish, bro, your mic is so loud, bro. So loud.
I was on mute.
No. When you speak, just lower your voice a little bit.
Or you're
It's
too
like
close to the
you're
microphone or
speaking into
something.
the mic.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no, it's okay.
One second.
Anyways, people, I need people in the chat. Listen, people in the chat are saying Neves is brilliant and Ndidi. Then you have another person here saying Neves all day. Is it the same person who said that? No. Yeah, it is.
This shit.
It is. Then you got someone here saying we never replaced Vieira and Henry, which is honestly true. Another person here saying Camavinga and Renato Sanches. I hear you. I want to ask you guys, who are you taking? I'm not taking Locatelli. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Ndidi is, we can afford him. And that's why I'm going with Bissouma and I'm going with Renato Sanches. James, who are you going with?
Renato Sanches. Yeah, fuck it, Bissouma.
All right, Laurie.
My start hasn't changed, man. Same as before.
Same as before. Okay.
No, yeah.
Sanchez and Locatelli.
Sanchez and Locatelli. Aslan.
for me, it's got to be Bissouma and Lokonga. Bissouma because he's played in the Premier League, and Lokonga, for me, it's going to be because of his attitude, character, and his leadership skills at such a young age. I think him coming and gelling with our other young talents, the likes of Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Martinelli, I think his attitude would rub off on our young players. So, yeah, I would choose Bissouma and Locatelli for those reasons.
People forget Lokonga's the captain, isn't he, of the Anderlecht team?
Yeah, that's why I say, like, because of his leadership, Roy, because, like, we don't have a lot of that within our squad. Look, people say Xhaka had that, cool, but he's leaving. Look, we've just signed Tierney on a contract extension. So for him to come and replace Guendouzi, and then obviously build on top of that, I see Bissouma not necessarily a leader, but definitely a fighter. Like, the guy doesn't go missing. The guy is constantly at your neck. So yeah, for those reasons, I choose Bissouma and Lokonga.
Okay, so what we're doing is, for anyone who's new, what we're doing is we're picking 2 midfielders from this list of 8 midfielders, one from the one side, others from the other side, right? You split it down the middle, in between Locatelli and what do you call it? In between Locatelli and Lokonga, and you pick one from each side. So we've already had Bissouma and Renato Sanches picked, another Bissouma and Renato Sanches. We Gunnar Express, who did you pick?
Sanchez and Locatelli.
Sanchez and Locatelli. Aslan, who did you just pick?
Bissouma and Lokonga.
Okay, and now we're on to Gunnar King. Gunnar King, who are you selecting?
I picked Renato Sanches and Bissouma.
Okay.
Bissouma, yeah.
Then Nitish, who are you picking?
Is my mic better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had the choice, I would take Bissouma and NDD, but out of these, I would take Lokonga and probably NDD. NDD gives Thomas Partey all the freedom to move around wherever he wants to, and he can play his freestyle of football. He'll be at the base of the midfield. Lokonga is a young talent, and he will probably be a long-term prospect. So I would take NDD over Bissouma. I get it, everyone is hyped about Bissouma, but NDD can give Thomas Partey the freedom that he wants. So NDD and Lokonga.
Okay. Ozzy.
I would go for Bissouma and Lokonga. For me, Renato Sanches goes missing in too many games.
What?
For me personally.
Wait, who just said that?
Okay, that's Ozzy. Let him say what he has to say. I would spend 60 million on Camavinga. Why would I spend 60 million on Camavinga when he isn't even able to get into a French under-21 team, but is claimed to be Europe's best talent in the future?
No, I think he's selected for the Olympics team, no?
Something like that. Anyways,
with
my guy says,
SALIBA.
Neves and Ndidi, says my guy here. No love for Sander Bergs.
Nope.
Realist, who are you selecting?
Sander Berg isn't bad. He's just not as good as the other candidates.
For me, yeah, for what we need, yeah, I'm picking Bissouma, the baller Renato Sanches. I don't know who said he goes missing, but I think Renato Sanches on that list is the best midfielder on that list.
Okay, so at this point, that is everyone's list. That's what everyone has selected. We're done from there. I'm just gonna move on to the next topic, guys. We could sell Rob Holding. What are we saying? Guna Express.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God,
bro. Just honestly, just release him. He's trash. Get him gone. The sooner he's gone, the sooner we can move on.
That was the plan all along.
Personally, I would auction him off eBay.
Bro,
What?
honestly, if Everton come in with an offer of a bag of Skittles, take it, bro. It's trash. Get rid of it.
Gunnar Express. Gunnar Express. Didn't I tell you like a few weeks ago? That's the whole plan.
Bro,
Get Ben White in, get rid of Rob Holding.
Bro, Egal, I would honestly rather we pay Everton and give them Rob Holding. I don't want them.
No, what happened is, 1 second, let me just respond to a comment. No, I don't have a speech impediment. When I know what I'm about to say, I can say it clearly. When I'm thinking about what I'm about to say, you catch me stuttering and repeating myself over and over and over again. That's why I do what I do. But if I had like a script, it would be a lot easier. But majority of the stream, I would say 100% of the stream is off the top of my head. It's not really, I'm not really reading from anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, keeping it moving. Big up to my guy. So yeah, Arsenal make a surprise decision on Rob Holding to sell him, and there was a supposed link for him to possibly go for around 30, even as low as 20 million, but as high as 30 million. Are we surprised?
Can I respond to this?
Yeah.
This is exactly why we are signing Ben White. Get in Ben White, get rid of Rob Holding. Either it is now or it is at the end of the season. If Ben White settles in quickly and they don't give a damn about Rob Holding, the whole plan was to get rid of Rob Holding because he's not good enough. He's been worse when he's worn that captain's armband. People expected him to be better, to do something more. He's done nothing at all. And this was the whole plan all along. I know Gunnar Express has been on with me on a lot of Twitter spaces. I told this before as well. If you're getting Ben White, the whole reason is that we don't want Rob Holding. Callum Chambers is still a guy, a homegrown player that we'll probably keep, but Rob Holding will be gone either now or at the end of the season.
Oh my God, I just seen it, something crazy. But yeah, selling Holding and replacing him with Kunde.
Bro.
Okay, yo, I'm not gonna lie. We've lost control of this stream. It's absolutely gone into chaos. At this point, if this is chaos, I don't know what chaos is. But Onana, okay, I'm just gonna say a topic. You tell me if you care. Onana Arsenal have yet to make an offer for Onana.
It's the same news. It's the same news.
Do we give a shit? 50 million pound transfer for Ben White is about to happen, and Arsenal fans make their opinions known, as some opinions are split on how good the defender would be for Arsenal. What do we think?
I know what Gunnar expressed.
I think yeah, that. Sorry, Nitesh. But yeah, I think I spoke about that earlier. I think that's a big concern for me. Is not that I don't believe Ben White will be a good player. But even when we're signing players, like when all the players that we've got rid of, some people wanted to keep Ozil, some wanted him to stay, some wanted him to go, and it split the fan base. Now we're doing the right thing and we're trying to buy players, and that's still splitting the fan base. And that concerns me because then people build agendas. You know, say he has 1 or 2 bad games, which newsflash, he's a young centre back. Next week, now people are going to be building and driving agendas against him. That's my biggest concern.
Okay. Does anyone here think he's not good enough to play for Arsenal?
I have a different aspect. I know Gunnar Express doesn't like him.
No one's saying he's not good enough. What people are saying is that 50 million is too much money.
Looking at the
that's the point.
Yeah,
I just want to address that. I want to say one thing. If the guy clicks, if he fits into Arteta's system, is because the reason why Arteta wants him. David Luiz is already gone. If he can do his thing at Arsenal, no one will be complaining through the season and at the end of the season. If he fails, he'll be destroyed. He'll be destroyed because of his price tag. So the thing is, I hope that Ben White is being bought for the right reasons. He can fit into the system. He can do what Arteta wants from him.
He's trash. Get on this stream right now. What the hell are you talking about? He's trash.
Well, he Ben White.
Muhdin is on crud. Muhdin, what are you on?
What do you say?
He was wanted by Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea last season, even Spurs, whom we don't count as equal rivals. They all wanted him.
Guys, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Stop right there. I need to know, Muhdin, what the hell are you smoking, brother?
Bro, who's trash, man? I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about this guy.
Ben White.
Not Ben White, man. I'm talking about Rob Holding. I say RH.
Oh,
Rob Holding is trash.
Calm down.
No, but in all honesty, though, from what I've seen of Ben White, he's an average player.
What? How is he average?
No, let me say one thing, okay? Let me say one thing.
This is the problem with the Arsenal fan base, yeah. A week ago, yeah, when we were never linked to Ben White, yeah, we're all casting him off, saying it was shit, bro. Now that we're about to sign him, yeah, we're all gassing him up like he's prime Van Dijk or something.
No,
bro.
How are we cussing Ben White if we weren't linked to him, bro?
I want to address that. I want to address that. Liverpool fans were saying Van Dijk is overpriced before they got him. And when he fit into their system and everything worked out for them, they were not complaining for a minute.
Can I tell you, Sergio Ramos even gave Ben White, was gassing Ben White. I don't have to do it. I know I tweeted it out.
Sergio Ramos is the player that he wants to become.
I can't lie, yeah. I saw this and I was laughing hard.
Okay,
yeah, that's so
Sergio
bullshit,
Ramos
man.
on Ben
That's
White.
so bullshit,
The
bro.
director of football at Leeds, Victor Orita, said
Bullshit.
Ramos was hailing the young defender's ability, and this is basically why he signed him at Leeds on at the time.
Can I ask a question?
He said, one second. He said, I remember the first time I see it. I said, the first time Ramos said, "Who's that kid playing in the line for Newport?" I was really impressed.
Wait. Does Sergio Ramos know who Newport's he is?
Yes.
Like, does he know who they are?
I want to say one thing.
The article states that he was speaking to Ramos about. He's the DFO of Leeds, and he was looking at people he would be getting for next season, and he's seen him playing against Tottenham in the FA Cup game.
Igal, one thing. Igal, we gave Mustafi a chance. We gave Mustafi a damn chance to be in our team, and we are saying that we don't want to give Ben White a chance. We gave the likes of David Luiz.
It's called learning from mistakes. Instead of signing average shit players for overpriced money, we should actually learn from mistakes and find.
From what I've seen, from what I've seen, he's an average defender. That's what I'm saying.
Can we just say as well, this Victor Orta guy talking about Ramos. Well, where did you meet Ramos then, mate? Because the guy's never worked at Real Madrid in his life, so he's talking shit. He's talking absolute wax. He's never worked for Spain. He's never worked for Real Madrid.
Okay,
He's talking bollocks. And again, like really said, Ramos has probably never even heard of Newport. So when's Ramos just randomly coming out and saying, "Oh, who's this lad playing for Newport?"
Okay.
It's rubbish, man. It's
So
just
can I just show you guys some
bullshit.
of the tweets? Can I show you some of the tweets that people have been tweeting? So I asked Leeds fans and Brighton fans to give me their opinions, right? So here's some of the fans. Great player, already at the age of 23. He could go on to be one of the best center halves in England. Whatever. I think he's good potential, but massive 50 million pounds in 2 years. We'll see. It seems like a bargain in my opinion. Okay.
Can I just say, yeah, all this year wasn't a championship.
Okay, look at this. For future England first team player, every single game, lad has.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
please don't worry about.
Taking the piss now, man. Through the ball, bro. Relax.
No, but honestly, please don't worry about the money. Forget about the tag. If he can make a difference, the tag will be worth it.
The best English ball playing center back since Rio. People laughed, but the kid is only 23 and can improve so much.
Absolutely, I agree. For me, I agree. Realistic, bro. We will talk after maybe when he performs well. You will say like, "Oh, I was wrong."
Look, Manchester United.
Saw that.
Yeah. It's just him getting absolutely done in by Rashford.
What about this? Rolls Royce of a defender, does everything in the modern game.
Not true.
Gunner Express. I want to just say this one thing to you.
Can you stop? Let me finish.
Sorry.
Let it go talk.
All right. Weak aerially, but you might slightly be overpaying for him, but this suggests his career. What?
You may be slightly overpaying for him, but at the stage of his career, but only slightly.
Yeah, only slightly. I don't know why I'm struggling to read right now. Unbelievable player, reads the game. I don't think he made a massive mistake at Leeds. Yeah.
Igal, can I respond?
And then worth every penny. He's a top.
Can I just ask, yeah? Can anyone on this panel, yeah, tell me, yeah, a standout thing that Ben White has done this season?
I'll tell you a standout thing that Ben White has done this season.
Where did Samuel come from? What the hell?
Listen. I've been out all day, yeah, and my mood's been ruined by some Arsenal fans, yeah. That are criticizing Ben White. He hasn't even signed. Hasn't made a single second. And you got the guy. Well, give a guy a chance, man.
No.
What is it?
Because we shouldn't be signing him in the first place. That's the issue we have.
No. Any player that signs for Arsenal, whether it be, I don't know, some crappy League 2 player or a world-class player, has a chance to prove themselves to Arsenal. Every single player gets a clean sheet. Oh, sorry, it's not fair.
Samuel.
No, realist.
I have one point to add.
This guy is a £50 million centre-back for Arsenal Football Club. We have to give him a support.
Igal, I want to say one thing, okay? All of you, who is against Ben White? Who don't want?
Gunner Express.
I'm not part of the Ben White Antichrist group. None of that.
No, just opinion, who
I remain Switzerland. I'm fairly neutral.
That makes sense. The Ben White Antichrist group.
Yeah.
I'm neutral. Makes sense.
Listen.
Ben White. I mean, look.
I'm gonna label names. Wow. It's not a good time to label names. I'm labeling names. It's blasphemous. It's blasphemous.
What do you mean blasphemous, bro? No. You know what, bro? Let's say that. Yeah, listen, yeah. He's an average defender, yeah.
Realist.
Yo, let each other land, man.
Realist. At the end of the day, what happens? Yeah, these fans that think they're super uber positive and they think that they're all the best for the club and that everybody else is super negative. They're the ones that always send out the disses. They're the ones that always send out the
No. One thing.
At the end of the day, our opinion is that we don't think he's good enough. We don't want him at the club. I've already said openly, I'm going to back him when he joins, but he's not an Arsenal player right now. So until that moment, I'm going to rip into him and say he's not good enough. Very
okay, go ahead.
Right? Well, let me give my reasons as to why, because let's just end this right now. What the Leeds fans are saying, well, I've spoken to Leeds fans, as I have a lot of them around me in terms of IRL. They don't want him back. They've all said that he's not good enough. For 30 million, they don't need him. If he was so detrimental, why are they succeeding without him? Please explain that. They're succeeding with Robin Koch. They're succeeding with Llorente, who's let's be honest, trash as well. So obviously he can't be that good. They're saying he's a Rolls Royce of a defender. When he was at your club, you were in the fucking championship. So don't even talk about that. You are literally you were a dead club last season. You're still a dead club as well. You are not at the heights that you used to be. So for Leeds fans to say this guy's world class, that guy's a Rolls Royce, that guy will play for Madrid or Barcelona, cool, that's your opinion. But you guys don't have world-class players, and you haven't for the last 20 to 25 years. So you cannot base Ben White's performances off of Leeds fans. Brighton fans, they love him, but they don't go around saying he's going to be world-class.
I want to respond to that.
Can I stop everybody?
They're realistic with it, bro. He's not world-class. He won't ever be world-class either.
He's a very good player. He was an excellent player.
Oh, you're playing it.
No. I'm reading a quote from a Leeds fan that I know. Okay, you know what? Forget about reading it. I'm just gonna play it. Listen here.
He's a very good player. He was excellent at Leeds. When he went back to Brighton, he was playing out of position to what EWS used to, so wasn't as good there. I don't think he's worth 50M/60M though. He's only had one season in the Premier, and under Potter too, who I don't like. You are better off buying him for about £27 million, £30 million, and letting him prove himself before you put a 50-meter price tag on him.
Right, and then there's more.
I want to the works, and he will have seen the position he played him in at Leeds because that was his best football yet. So I think if Arteta uses him cleverly like Bielsa did, he will become an amazing footballer in the next few years. Could be the best in his position.
Okay, so that's that, right? And then look at this.
His distribution is faultless. Well, it was at Leeds. I didn't really watch him at Brighton. He deserves a better club and a manager who is going to get the best out of his ability.
Right? They bought Rafinha for 17 million, and he's twice the player Ben White is, and in a different position, of course. But Ben White's position at Leeds would have linked up well with Rafinha, right? Also said he's earned that 50 million status, but you'll be disappointed if you don't get the money's worth, right? It's a lot of pressure on him. It needs to be lowered. Haha. I really what do you call it? She ends up saying this. Listen to this.
Honestly, he will be a great player for you if Arteta watched all their games he played at Leeds. He was faultless at Leeds. Think he won MOTM in his first game for us. Bielsa really let him have free rein and he didn't disappoint. He scored in his last game at Leeds too when we got promoted as champions.
There you go. So that was the full thing. Who's doing the sound effects? Whoever's doing that, could you please stop? Because I'm not sure if those sound effects have copyright. What?
Yeah, that's very annoying though, the sound effects.
Yeah. Anyways.
So can I say a few things?
1 second, Nitish. You've been talking a lot. I want to get other people's opinions on this. I want to hear from Aslan, and I want to hear from Ozzy. You guys have been really quiet. Ozzy, what's your take on the whole Ben White thing?
To be honest, I'm neither for him or against him, and that's because I haven't watched the guy, so I don't know if he's good or not good. And to be honest, I can't base it on people's opinion either, because a lot of people are saying, yeah, he's good. A lot of people are saying he's not. So for me, I'm neither for him or against him. For me personally, if I had to choose one, I'd say no, because of the price tag, and there's much more better centre backs out there that I think would do a better job. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see if he fits the billing and can perform for us. Because the thing is, I know the backlash on him will be massive, and not only from the Arsenal fans, but we will become laughing stock from other fans and say they would literally laugh at us and go, "You guys paid 50 million for him." But then again, you can look at the likes of Harry Maguire, Nathan Ake. To be honest, British centre-backs in the last 10 years have not been great. I can't really pick out a name and say yeah, he's been good. He's been outstanding. He's proven himself. So I guess it all waits to be seen whether he performs. I hope he does. If he does become an Arsenal player, but yeah, that's my take on it.
There you go. All right, Ozzy, thanks for coming on, bro. I'm just gonna take some of you guys out slowly, one by one. Thank you. Samuel, don't know my guy.
I was going to say, Ego, I've got to head off quickly as well anyway, so...
All right, man. Hold it down, good.
Yeah, same, Miguel. I'll go as well. Big up everyone.
All right, later, James. And then I was going to let Azan go. Azan, Ben White.
About Ben White. Now, I'll be honest with you, bro. I can't really make a judgment on his footballing ability because I haven't watched him too close like that. But what I'll say on the whole price, now, for me, it will be a concern if we did spend that much on him and then that affected our other potential targets that we want to identify. But obviously, with the supposed war chest that's going to be available to us this summer, if the money is no issue, then who am I to say to Arsenal, don't spend 50 mil on a player? So yeah, if we are gonna get all our targets, I don't care how much we spend on a defender, to be honest.
There you go, done deal. Big up to you, Azan. I'm gonna end the video soon, so I'm gonna just take you out. Gunu Express, final thoughts on Ben White?
Again, he's not good enough. I see a lot of people saying that it's not my money. We should just not, just let the club do what they're doing. But this is the issue. Again, Arsenal fans seem to have such poor memories. We always do this. It's every year. It's not my money though. Just let the club do it. Let the club. We do this every single year, and this is how we've ended up with Xhaka. This is how we've ended up with Partey. Not Partey. Sorry, with Mustafi and all these just shit players. It's because we just say, oh yeah, it's fine. Let the club do it. I get that in hindsight now, saying, oh, we should have signed Kante instead. It's all hindsight, but even then, anyone could have realised Kante was going to be better than Xhaka. Yet there was fans saying, no, Xhaka's good enough. We've got the money. Let the club do it. Stop being negative. Blah, blah, blah. And we ended up with Xhaka, and Chelsea ended up with, well, guess who? N'Golo Kante. So this is why I'm not being quiet on it. When he signs, I've already said it, I'll back him all I want. But until that moment, I do not see him as good enough. And it's not the fact that I'm not offering alternatives, because I've already said it. You want an alternative for the same price, go and get Tapsoba. He's better in the air. He's taller. He's just as good on the ball. He can play a ball forward, just like Ben White can do. The only thing he doesn't really have is that versatility. But we don't need that versatility. We need a centre-back. So for me, it's not even just the fact that he's not good enough. It's more the fact that there's better options out there. But look, I'm realistic. We're going to end up with Ben White. I know we are. As I said, I'll back him. But if he turns out not to be good enough, at the end of the day, I did try to warn people that he wasn't going to be good enough. So we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, not too happy.
Officially done? No, he's not officially done. But you know what? What are you going to do? Big up, Iga. It's been a long time, G. Yeah, man. What have you been up to, man? How you been? Big up to you, dope, man. But yo, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm pretty much, at this point, I've accepted the fact that he's coming, and I'm on board. And I think you know what? It could end up being a really good signing for us, because we do need English players, and he's gonna play a lot of games. And when we see him play for our team, that's when we'll start to be able to actually judge him. We're judging him too much preemptively before we've even seen him play. That's the bad thing, right? That's how I feel. So Arsenal have been linked to Maddison, Van de Beek, Bissouma, Ben White, Lokonga, Coutinho, Rodrigo De Paul, Tyler Adams, Onana, Sabitzer, Ruben Neves, Ben Diaz, Trippier, Sterling, Jakoberta, what's his name? Zelik Chilik, Andre Silva. Mavropanos is already our player. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
He's gone. Mavropanos is gone.
Yeah, Mavropanos is gone. You got Riyad Mahrez, CALVERT-LEWIN, Tariq Lamptey, Jesus Corona. So far, you guys so far, all they have is Ben White. And then he starts laughing. So yeah, we have been linked to all those names, and we've only made one signing. But that signing is a £50 million center back. And the fact that we're linked to all these players shows that we have shown some interest in a lot of different areas, and we don't know what we're doing. These guys are dumb, Miguel. Don't mind that.
No, but Miguel, it hasn't been official yet, bro. Like we haven't actually signed Ben White as of yet.
No, but at this point, I don't see a bigger U-turn. Okay, let's talk about it. Jack Grealish going to Man City.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Can I have 30 seconds on Ben White?
Yeah, you've already had your opinion like 5 times. We've already done it at the beginning.
No, not on Ben White. The thing is, I just want to say one thing about Ben White is that the thing is, a lot of Leeds fans may say today that we don't need him. We never wanted him. But when he was linked away and back to Brighton, there were rumors and stories going around that they didn't want to lose Ben White because it could have meant back to relegation for them, for Leeds. Yes, that was the story going around. Now, in hindsight, Leeds fans may say that we don't need Ben White. We don't want him. But the thing is, the same thing happens with Arsenal. If he clicks with Arsenal, the fans will not complain about his price tag. The same thing happened with Liverpool and Van Dijk. I'm not saying he's as good as him, but I'm saying if a guy can fit into a system and he can deliver and everything works out, no one is going to be complaining about whether he's 50 million or he's 60 million. Best example is Pepe. If Pepe would have been like the next big scorer, the next big Mo Salah kind of player, no one would care whether he was 72 million or not. The thing is, because if a player does not deliver, everyone will complain about his price tag. If a player can help us achieve what we want, our goals, no one will be talking about his price tag. If Ben White can do it.
Nitish, what do you think our centre-back partnership will be for next season?
The goal for Arteta?
No, like the centre-back partnership for next season. What do you think it will be?
Oh, if Ben White is coming in, I think it would be probably Ben White and Gabriel when he's around, if he's not going for the Olympics. But if he's going for the Olympics, obviously, when he'll be missing, Pablo Mari and maybe Ben White.
No, but you see, let's say, because obviously we're going to transition to a 4-3-3 next season. If it's to be,
are you sure about it?
Okay, no, lads, 1 second. Let's do this right now. Why am I saying lads like I'm British? I don't know why I did that. Anyways, 1 second.
Bro, you live in England, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
England, man, exactly.
I ain't British.
You got to start talking the English lingo, bro. What do you mean?
Nah, if I go back to Toronto on the 8th of January and I start saying stuff like lads.
Bruv, in Canada, you man go, yeah. What's all of that, bruv?
Yeah.
Is that even a word, bruv? Yeah.
All right. As of right now, we don't have a goalkeeper. Can we just keep Leno?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. That's accepting mediocrity. He's not good enough. He's not good enough.
Mediocrity. Leno becomes mediocre because he wants to leave Arsenal.
He's mediocre. He's not good enough.
Egal, if we don't get Onana, maybe yes, but we have to get a keeper for me.
Wait, how does Leno become mediocre because he just wants to leave Arsenal all of a sudden?
No, because he's not good enough. He's never been good enough. He's not a good enough goalkeeper. That's why.
Okay, Nitish, let me ask you this then, bro. Do you feel Leno has all the qualities and attributes in order to be Arteta's goalkeeper going forward?
No.
See, Aslan, I'll just respond with that and say one.
Guys, this is a long video. Let's just do this team, and then we're gonna head out. Right back.
Baku's not realistic. We're not going to sign him.
Listen, personally,
we should be able to fucking attract a player from Wolfsburg.
Absolutely.
No, but how about Mbabu?
They're in the Champions League. We're not.
No, Babu. What are you smoking, bro? Oh my God.
I know you guys want a new right back, but it's going to be Callum
Chambers. He's a bit shaky defensively, but
Babu.
It's going to be Callum Chambers.
Even in Babu, how are we going to attract a guy that's in the Champions League? He's in the Champions League.
Bro, we don't want him, man. We don't want him. Babu.
So who do you go for?
I know.
Muhdi, who do you go for?
I know you guys want a new right back. It's going to be Callum Chambers, unfortunately.
Exactly. I keep saying this. We're going to keep Chambers. I said this already. We're going to miss out on at least 1 to 2 positions, and everybody's saying, no, we're not. We're going to get them all. We're not. We're going to miss out on positions, and I'm telling you now, Arteta is willing to sacrifice right back and say, we'll keep Chambers instead. And I know I'm going to be right, because why aren't we linked to any right backs when that's meant to be the most important position? And everybody says, oh, but we need to wait for Bellerin to leave. That's bullshit. You can still be linked to players. We're still linked to midfielders, but Xhaka hasn't left yet. It's rubbish, man. So many excuses for these awful scouts and awful directors of football. Excuses.
When Chambers was playing, Pepe had a good time. He had his freedom. So I get the feeling Chambers is going to start again at right back.
Pepe won't play though. It'll be Smith Rowe left wing, Saka right wing. That's what it's going to be, bro.
On Bissaka, you put there on Bissaka, man. What's wrong?
Pepe is not going to start in this team. Pepe is not going to start in this team. It's going to be Smith Rowe on the left, Saka on the right.
Okay, Smith Rowe on the left.
That's what Arteta's going to do. I don't agree with it, but that's what he's going to do.
Wait, who plays Camden?
Madison.
Yeah, Madison.
Pepe's going to be dropped. I'm telling you now, he will be dropped. He shouldn't be, but he's going to be.
You see, for Madison, I think we could get better for cheaper.
Huh? Cheaper?
I think we could get better quality for cheaper.
Why do you care?
So wait, one second. No, you guys are saying that we will sign Madison, but we won't sign a right back.
No, that's what
we could get. No, but we could get a better player than Madison for cheaper and spend that money on a right back.
Yo, how much? We have to buy a right back. Look at this team.
Exactly. Igal, what is your fixation of Camavinga, bro? Let it go, bro. Let it go like frozen,
let it
bro.
go.
Let it go, bro.
Put Bissouma or Renato Sanches over there.
Camavinga is Canadian.
Honestly, if Bissouma comes into that team and he starts playing games, I think Pepe will play.
Bissouma, bro. Bissouma.
Somebody's made a great point in the chat as well. All this thing with Ben White, being apparently Premier League proven and all this, I do not want to hear a single excuse of Ben White needs time.
That centre-back partnership is not top 4.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying we signed Ben White, that's fine, but I'm not hearing a single excuse of anyone that says Ben White needs time. Horseshit. The reason why we signed him is because he's Premier League proven and he's English, so he does not need time. So if anybody starts using that excuse, I'm ignoring.
Wait,
bro.
what?
No excuse.
He's English and he's what?
In the Premier League, he's Premier League proven.
Harry Maguire was pathetic when he started off at Manchester United.
Cool.
Though he was owning it at Leicester City.
But I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting he needs time. The only reason we should be bringing him in over Tapsoba is simply because he's Premier League proven, and I accept that, right?
Okay, one question. Is Ben White better than Rob Holding?
Go buy Tapsoba.
Is he better than Rob Holding?
He's better than yes.
I'm better than Rob Holding. That means nothing. People need to stop People need to stop this. Oh, but is he better than Xhaka? Well, of course he is. But that doesn't mean that he's the best in the world or the best that we can get. It just means
big
that
up my guy, bro. See that comment right there, yeah? Big up that comment, bro.
Honestly,
no, I'm not asking you.
I'm not trying to. I'm not.
Can I say one point, bro? I said before.
I'm not trying to roast Ben White. All I'm saying is the reasons that I have been when people are explaining why we're getting Ben White to me, the main reason that I'm getting is he's Premier League proven and he can bed in straight away. So if he does not bed in straight away, then that is awful scouting.
What if he does? No. What if he does?
We need a couple of hours for this debate.
When you say that, I was wrong, bro.
No. I'm not saying.
So I have a lot of points, but we need more time.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I am saying I am not hearing any excuses for him needing to bed in. I'm not saying he's going to flop. I'm not saying he's not going to bed in. All I'm saying is if he doesn't bed in and somebody tries to tell me, oh, but he needs time, I'm ignoring you because we shouldn't be
I have 3 points to make.
Okay, guys.
Let Igal decide.
Right there. Stop. Why are we complaining? Not complaining. Sorry. Why are we discussing Ben White when the Ben White section is over? We're now talking about the right back, DM, attacking midfielder. What are we going to do in that situation?
It's about the squad actually. That is why the complaints are coming in, because the Ben White thing matters
Who
there.
watch the French league? Who watches the French league here? I want to
Me,
ask.
bro. Me.
Okay, you watch, right?
To an extent, yes.
Chilik, do you know the one who plays for Lille?
Yeah.
How is he a good right back?
Yeah, he's good, yeah, but personally, I wouldn't take him at Arsenal.
So who will you take, bro? A good right back for your opinion?
Personally, there's not a lot of good right backs out there, but for a person to fit Arteta's style, I know he's injury prone, but I get Mazraoui from Ajax.
I agree.
I wanna ask Igal. Igal, you want to go into the Ben White debate right now, or what? What do you want? You tell me.
I'm just done with the Ben White debate at this point. We're gonna have it for the next couple weeks.
Can I just have a comment as well?
10 seconds.
This guy hates Ben White, man.
Yeah, I just want to quickly respond to a comment. Nemo says, Igal, get some smarter fans on your channel. I haven't seen one smart guy say anything. All a bunch of extra new people. Nemo, bro, I'm not even trying to be a dickhead in this. All I'm saying is, if you want to come on and give your opinion, bro, Igal shares the link. Come on, tell us why we're all wrong. Tell us.
I'm still finding Nemo.
I'm
still finding Nemo.
Spit some.
I'm still finding Nemo.
I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm just being genuinely serious, bro. You want to come on and talk, bro? That's fine. When you post a link, jump on, bro. Jump on and support the channel, guys. Make sure hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, yeah.
Bro, there are always people there who want to say that you need to chill out, not respond to them. Chill.
No, bro, no, bro. I'm just being genuine. Like, if that's his opinion, that's fine. He can have that opinion that we're not, you know, all giving smart opinions. All I'm saying is, come on and give your opinion, bro.
I'm
not trying to say he's wrong. I'm not trying to say he's right. I'm just saying,
listen. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've changed my opinion on the whole Ben White thing. If the club are gonna sign a center back, after I said numerous times that the club need to focus on their priorities and not sign a center back. If the signing is done and everything is done, I get it to a certain degree, because David Luiz leaving, we're going to be left with no ball playing right-footed center back besides SALIBA, who has no experience in the Premier League. I get it. People are saying give SALIBA a chance. I am giving SALIBA a chance. I'm not selling SALIBA. What I'm doing is I'm probably getting rid of Rob Holding. I'm getting rid of Bellerin. I'm getting rid of 2 players who are English quota starters. Now, people say, oh, but you have Saka and Smith Rowe. You know what? Saka and Smith Rowe don't actually count towards the English quota because they're of an age where they don't qualify for that quota. That quota is for players that are after the age of 23 that are English, that have been homegrown. We don't have a lot of English players in our team that are of the quality to start for Arsenal. So if we have Ben White, immediately we have a starting level caliber English player who we don't have to now go and buy, or we don't have to go and put another academy player on the bench. We don't have to go and put another player that we don't need in the team. This helps us in the long run. This is another reason why we're going to keep, Willock, because Willock, what does he turn? He turns 22 next year, right?
Yeah.
If he turns 22, he's 1 year away from being old enough to be considered homegrown. And we're also trying to get a homegrown goalkeeper that's of the age. I genuinely believe you're going to see links to us getting Sam Johnson. You're going to see us getting links to Nick Pope. All these silly links are going to happen. But don't be surprised if we do that. At this point, nothing's done. I'm done, though. This video is done, and I appreciate everybody who's watching. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to my guys doing their thing. Everyone who stuck around for an hour and 40 minutes. I love you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day. You already know what it is. The Kitty G, EGTV. And you know my name is Igal. Check us out on Twitter. We always have Twitter spaces. I'm going to be going on a Discord today to talk about Arsenal, answering some questions. But yeah, have yourselves a wonderful night, and I'm out of here. Peace. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you